Shalom. It's the brother Azariah back with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh. Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash. Double honors unto the elders and apostles at Great Millstone who do rule and teach well. Peace and blessings to the sincere believers out there listening and learning. So we're going to jump into this People's Voice article, and you see the title, Tens of Thousands of German Farmers Rise Up Against WEF, Net Zero Agenda, Media Blackout. And this is a headline I saw a couple of days ago when I was doing a lesson. I was trying to search for it so I could go into it on that lesson, but I wasn't able to find it then. But the Wada Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, I was able to find it now so I can bring this out. So basically, it's not just in Germany, it's all across Europe that this thing is going on. But in Germany, it's going on hardcore because these farmers, they're pretty much being restricted from even growing crops. The government, they're passing strict legislation for to severely limit the amount of output that these farmers can grow and sell to the market. You see, they're also paying these farmers off to destroy their crops and the livestock. And some of them, I've even seen sources as well that say even some of these farmers that are not complying with the regulations, they being knocked off. So this is what you have going on under the rulership of the wicked, you see. So we're going to get right into it. Tens of thousands of German farmers have lined highways in protest against the socialist government's devastating policies designed to drive farmers out of business in favor of meeting the World Economic Forum's Green Agenda Net Zero goals. Now, what is this net zero goal? No more physical money, everything tracked, everything traced. You see, you're going to have no power, no rights. All of your rights are going to be taken over by the government. You're not going to have a private bank account. You're not going to be able to buy and sell independently. If you want to buy and sell in this new system that the elites are setting up, you're going to have to get with their program. And that's all going to be through what? The central bank digital currency. And that's going to be intertwined into the rice grain, the RFID microchip, which the true men of the Lord, the prophets, at Great Millstone, have been bringing it out that this thing is the MOT to the B, the mark that is mentioned in Revelation 13 and 16. And anyone with a spiritual understanding can clearly see that. So this is what we're moving into. And I strongly believe through the spirit that Esau, he about to roll this thing out in 2024. The way that things is going and him realizing that his time is short, Revelation 12 and 12, he gonna have to speed this agenda up. He gonna have to speed this thing up. He gonna have to, put these things in place now, because he understand he ain't got that much time left and he about to be destroyed. So you gotta come with it. German farmers have continued their December protest with a January uprising that matches the massive tractor convoy seen in other European countries. Like I said, it ain't just in Germany, it's happening all over Europe. It's even happening in America, but it's happening quietly. Over the past 2 years, and the mainstream media is determined to downplay the size of the protests. And yeah, of course, they have to downplay it because they can't really broadcast this on mainstream media as a big thing. Because once people see what's really going on, this is going to give even more credence to the fact that there is a NWO that's being set up right in front of your face. And it's clear to see. This ain't no sea theory. This ain't no tinfoil hat talk. This is real. This is real deal. You know what I'm saying? This is really happening right now. And this devil, man, like I said, Revelation 12 and 12, the devil cometh unto you with great wrath, for he know that he had but a short time. This also going to 2 Ezra 15, where it talks about seditions among men. This right here, this is sedition. It also talks about in 2 Ezra 16 that the farmers shall mourn, for their seeds shall fail through the blasting in hell. Salakia. So this is the time we in, man. Perilous times, dangerous, uncertain times. According to German farmers. The new government policies will push them out of business and devastate the food supply in the country, causing the price of meat to skyrocket out of the price range for ordinary people. And this is what the elites want. This is what he want. Okay, he want people to catch hell. And over there in Europe, they already doing rations because of this whole war in Ukraine. A lot of that grain that was coming out of Ukraine, because unbeknownst to me at one point in time, Ukraine is the breadbasket of the world, and especially Europe. And since that whole war has been going on, Europe has been short on grain, which means the bread is higher. A lot of products that's in the markets that use grain is now higher than it was before the war. So a lot of rationing is happening. Prices are already through the roof, and it's about to get even worse because these farmers are being cut out the equation. You see? So what's happening now is that the powers that be, they cutting out the middleman, because pretty much the farmer, they're the middleman. Because, well, in a way they're the middleman because they grow the crops and they have to, go to these certain marketplaces, but ultimately they have to get approval from the government to be able to sell what they have, and also get a percentage back of what they selling. So when you cut out the farmer, what's going to happen to all the food? You're going to have to go directly to the government to get all what you need. And once again, this is going to play into universal basic income. You already have over there in Europe to where the people there, they have this thing called WorldCoin. All right. I remember doing a lesson on it a couple months back. There's pretty much a precursor to the MOT to the B. People was over there scanning their eyeballs, man. All right. Getting the digital ID. This is the world that we in. And yeah, they want people to catch hell so they can ultimately beg the elites for their solution, which is the MOT to the B. Let's check this out real quick. Look at all them tractors out there. Them tractors is deep, man. So this shows you how serious over time. Heirs of 15. See, seditions among men, not regarding their kings nor princes, taking their actions into their own power. This is what the scriptures were speaking of. This is the vision that the prophet Ezra was seeing in the latter times. All right, and this thing is happening all over the earth. The controversial decision has caused a rift between the coalition government, but the agriculture minister Sem Ozdemir siding with the farmers, saying they have no alternative. Yeah, so they have no choice. They don't, you see, if you're not even allowed to grow your crops, much less sell them, how are you able to make a living? How are you able to feed your family and stay in business? You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these farmers, farming is pretty much a family business. This is something that's been passed down from generation to generation. So you cutting off generational wealth by destroying the farmers. So now they don't have no choice but to protest. But it's not going to matter, you see, because the elites, they got the ultimate say so at the end of the day. And even though they protest, a new system about to be set up anyway. So you're going to have to get down with the beast in order to operate at all. I'm not shutting myself off from us having to save, but it must be done in a way that we take people along with us. And farmers are the ones who supply us with food, he said. Yeah, if you ain't got no farmers, you ain't got no food. And if you don't have food, you can't have a nation. If you don't have food, your nation's population, Salakia, is going to be stunted. All right, it's not going to increase, it's going to decrease. And this is all, again, man, that's the spirit, because this goes into the Georgia Guidestones: maintain humanity at or below 500 million. You see, so this is all a part of that. Cut off the food. And what's happening, man, this is a siege. And in siege warfare, you cut off the supply of food to the people inside the city so that they eventually starve out and they give in to your demands. See, so they have literally declared war on the people. These cuts overburden the sector. Farmers aren't having the new diesel taxes being imposed. All them tracks. If Esau doing this to his own people, what you think he gonna do to you Jakes? What you think he gonna do to you Israelites, man? This is why we continuously speak on Jacob's trouble, because it's coming. This is the days that we in. Look at what Esau doing to his own people, man. The scriptures say, to who that is evil to himself, to whom can he be good? Esau is evil to his own damn people, to his own Edomite kind. So you think that he give a damn about you Israelites? Come on, man. And yo, they not putting this on mainstream media. They not gonna put it on mainstream media like that. They don't want people to see that. On Friday, German farmers angry at massive increases in diesel costs blockaded the ferry on which Deputy Chancellor Robert Habeck was returning from holiday. The farmer protests are expected to continue as they continue pressuring the government to reverse the decision to drive them out of business and plunge the nation into chaos. There it is. That's the whole point. That's the whole point right there, to plunge the nation into chaos. And if you think this ain't coming to America, you are naive as hell, man. If you think, listen, the same people that run Europe, they run America too. And this is being prepared in America. As a matter of fact, you're seeing these same very things on a small scale happen. Like I said, farmers over here protesting too. January 8th will be present everywhere in a way that the country has never experienced before. We will not accept this, said Germany's DBV Farmer Lobby President Joachim Ruckweit. Quote, what are we supposed to do? The land is there. It has to be harvested. And if it turns into a jungle, no one gains anything. They don't want you to gain. They want, see, the powers that be, the globalists, they want to gain everything. They want to hoard everything unto themselves so that you have to go to them. This is what the new system entails. Klaus Schwab, you shall own nothing and you will be happy. They gonna own everything while you don't own shit. You gonna have to go to them for the want of all things. Directly, said Erwin Decker, a wine farmer in southwest Germany. Last year, more than 10,000 Dutch farmers, and I remember that when they was protesting in Netherlands, you know what I'm saying? They was out there heavy protesting the same way. So this thing been going on for a little while. 10,000 Dutch farmers and freedom protesters showed up to The Hague after the government announced it would force at least 3,000 farmers to sell their land in order to comply with the EU's climate agenda and emissions reduction targets. So you see, they forced them people to sell their land. And like I mentioned earlier, those that refused to sell, let's just say that they was not heard from anymore. You see? So with Esau, it's either, look, you're going to get down or you're going to lay down. This is what this devil do. This is how they get down. At least 3,000 were forced to sell their land. In the United States, Biden's climate envoy John Kerry explicitly threatened U.S. farmers, pay attention, explicitly threatened U.S. farmers with farm seizures in order to meet WEF net zero goals, as seen in the Netherlands earlier this year. So like I said, this thing is coming to America, and it's coming this year. Make no doubt about it. It's coming this year. Because like I said, Agenda 2030 ain't Agenda 2030 no more. They see that the Most High bringing that judgment. They see that their time is just about up. So they got to hasten this thing. You already had the WHO, like 26 journalists that work for the WHO, the World Health Organization. They came out and said, we got to do something now about this climate change. We got to hasten the agenda, but we got to move with precision. You know, roughly paraphrasing that. Like, that's what they were saying. I remember bringing that article out a couple months ago. So look, man, what the prophets have been saying through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, these things are faithful and true. Everything is happening just like the Lord said it would. All right? Let me get precepts. Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. So clearly, the earth, the whole earth, the people, the animals, the sea life, you know what I'm saying? Even the elements are in a state of mourning. You see, because why? The wicked beareth rule. This is what the earth looks like when a wicked people, when a wicked root rules over the earth, the basis of men, Esau, Edom. This is why there needs to be a change, a transfer of rulership from the wicked to the righteous so that the earth can flourish. The earth is not flourishing right now. Look at the state of the people. Everybody's complaining about cost of living. No one's happy. You know, everyone's bitter. Murder is at an all-time high. Credit card debt is at an all-time high. You know, everybody just bugged out. And why? Because this is the vibration that the wicked push upon the earth. You see? We go to Isaiah 14 and Isaiah 14:4. And thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how hath the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. What is that golden city? Who is the oppressor? The golden city is America, otherwise known as Babylon the Great. The oppressor is Esau, Edom. All right. Verse 5, the Lord hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger, is persecuted and none hindereth. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. Yeah, even the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon sing, since thou art laid down, no fella is come up against us. So you got to be a wicked demon for even the trees to rejoice at your downfall, man. You see, even the trees are going to rejoice at the fall of the wicked. You see, the whole earth is going to be at rest, man. Everything is going to break forth into singing, praising Yahweh Bashem Yahushua for finally taking this damn devil down. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke. Who is this talking about, man? Who is this talking about? Tens of thousands of German farmers rise up against WEF. Well, who runs the World Economic Forum? Who runs the World Health Organization? It's the Edomites. You see? That's who runs it. That's the wicked of the earth. That's who's in rulership. All right? Now, yeah, Esau is doing this to his own people, but at the end of the day, all these Edomites is going to be judged. You see, because all of them, you see, because when these Edomites could enjoy the fruits of the elites, you see, when they could have their society and everything was going well for them, they wasn't complaining. The only reason why they complaining now is because the elites is taking all the control and they not gonna have nothing. You see, that's really why they upset. That's really why they protesting. If they could get a piece of the pie, then they would be just fine with it. If all these Edomites could get a piece of the pie, and you know Jake was oppressed alone, then they would be fine with that, just like it always been. But now since they being left out of the deal, now it's a problem. You see, so all these Edomites is gonna be judged, man. You know, and I'm gonna real quick. I ain't gonna bring it out because they more than likely gonna strike me. But 2 more headlines, right? You see this right here? You see? That one. And then this one too. Okay? Like I said, I ain't gonna go into it, but you see what it say. Alright? So, hey man, through the spirit, some heavy stuff about to go down in 2024. I'm gonna go ahead and end this lesson right here. In closing, call halal, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua Bashem Rakakadash. And until next time, Lord willing, Shalom to the elect.